Hey guys, Matthew here. I'm sitting down with a new game that I've been playing for a couple of weeks. It's called Knighthood. It's made by King. I do believe they're the same game makers for Candy Crush. I'll have to double check that. This sort of, if I had to sum it up in like one sentence or even just a couple of words, it's like a mini RPG. This is my character, and of course you can name your own character. He's hanging out around the fire, and you know, I think the main goals of this game are to sort of build up your power and to kind of get the character to the next level, so to speak. So I pushed that bottom right hand button here, this hexagon in the bottom right labeled Knight, and this kind of gives you your character page, if you will, or your knight page, I guess is the more apt description. So of course you've got these different pieces of gear. As you can see, these ones have levels that you can attach to the character. This is very similar to other games, but this is in a more sort of compact mobile version, if you will. And if you look along the top bar here, you can see, of course, there's a hero tab. Come back to that. There's inventory. These are just sort of the items and currencies that I've earned and can earn in the game. You can see the grayed out ones that I've yet to accumulate. These minions here, these are used basically in the arena, in the player versus player environment. And now this codex, I believe, is the sum total of all items in the game, just sort of a record of what it is you've collected and what you have not. The heroes category I think is really neat. If I click on swap here, now I'm going to touch on the descriptions. There's goblins and outlaws and undead and cult and militia, and basically you're fighting up against different kinds of creatures, you know, monsters, if you will, along your journey. So there you go. I didn't mean, there's one of the offers. We'll talk about that, but I'm going to click on the bottom left here, this home button, and I'm going to show you that I'm clicking on the go to button in the middle, just below the green continue story button. Click on go to. This is a really helpful, really like powerful button that takes you to all the different activities that you can see in the game. And you know, starting up on the top left, that green one that says explore, that's going to take you to the map, to the game map. I'll show you quickly here what I mean. We're in a big world with different zones, and basically we're working our way through them to, you know, to unlock the different areas and progress through the game. You start down here in Astalan, and basically move your way along the road, along the map, and each of these different stops, you know, characterizes something different. So if I push again on the home button, and we'll click here to go to have a look back again at this screen that shows everything. So there's that aspect of the storyline progression, if you will. And then we've got the arena up in the top middle here. This is basically the player versus player. Now, I have yet to find any sort of gameplay where you and I can match up and play with one another. And I think that's one of the small features that they absolutely really need to implement. The combat is good. It's very similar to the open world combat, if you will, or the linear world where we've explored. So I think the arena has a lot of promise. It lets you take your character that you've customized, which, by the way, you can change his appearance. That skin that you see on his face in the bottom right here, you can customize it. And of course we can go through here, and yeah, you have to unlock some of the different customizations, but I did have that face paint on there. This was rare new item, so as you can see, you know, the blue can go away. You can have all sorts of different stuff like that. So I've yet to, you know, play a ton. I haven't unlocked a whole bunch of that, but I'm going to go back on the go-to button here because it really does bring you to so many of the main activities in the game. And I'll just touch quickly on this Guild Coliseum, which I think is really, really cool that you do have a guild. I'm in my son's guild right now. It's called Apricots. As you can see, a clan open to everyone, made by Gaming on YouTube. So that's my son. Of course, I'm going to go on the roster here. And my other son, Johnny Cool Gaming. The two of them, you know, kids, but they're fun. There's clans that you can get together and have conversations, and I always think it's cute that you can sort of swipe through here, and if players are online, then they'll obviously appear more active, such as myself here. And again, so you can join the clan. Now there's daily. I'm going to click on the left hand side here where it says daily with the green check mark. At the top it says guild. Now you can access that from the guild as well, but there's weekly contribution points and guild tasks to do in game. So I just find it's like there's always something to do. There's these hunts that allow you to basically do some combat and battle to increase the character level of the heroes. So let's take a look at the top for these hunts. There's normal, expert, and master. These are basically the difficulty levels of the combat. And for example, you see these ones here in Astalon, the area that we began in. I've gotten 3 stars on those. And into High Guard, on normal level, I've almost completely maxed out these ones. And moving into the next zone. Now, having been someone who's played RPGs in the past, I'm not in a rush to progress quickly. I'm trying to do some of the tasks in the initial starting zones before I push forward, but I have been doing a few of these expert hunts recently just to give you an idea of the gameplay. Let's go into we'll go into the expert ones because we'll go in normal. It'll be a little quicker just so you see essentially the monsters hit harder and they give a little bit better rewards. Now, this is where you'll see on the bottom right hand corner, I'm going to push that little eye in the very bottom right hand side beside the blue lightning bolt currency where I have 243. That's like points per move, per action. So to do this hunt, I'm going to click on the prepare button. Now you'll see it says 5 of the lightning currency. So I can do 5 attacks. It costs me 5 energy, and each energy point takes about 3 minutes to refresh, so you don't have to spend money, just a little time. You can't grind the game continually unless you do spend money because it will make you take a break. And I think for myself, having that kind of like game life balance, I obviously love other games such as Golf Clash a ton, but this is like the kind of game that I can play a little bit here and there when I can't sit down to focus on a game like Golf Clash with the due attention that it deserves. This is like my character. So you'll see here, sorry, getting a little off track there from the hunt. We're going to go on this hunt, and it's a map objective point where you can gain hero shards. You can gain right here, you can get hero shards to help level up your champions, your heroes that come along to fight with you. Get these currency that help you, as this one says, upgrade your rank 1 weapons. Right? So then we're going to click in the bottom right where it says prepare. We're going to head in here. At the very top, you can see that the enemies are composed of outlaw class characters, as well as the kind of armor that they have, light, heavy, ranged. So when I see my character set up, now those are all level 1. No matter what I pick, we're going to destroy them. But if we were equal level, both level 20, I can change my weapons prior to the battle. So I'll click on the swap button here. Now these are outlaw. I've got a very nice outlaw weapon, so we'll use that against the outlaw bad guys. I already have an outlaw hero equipped. And then the bottom, the right hero here, we can change that. The little green thumbs up is telling you that this guy is extra powerful against this group of bad guys. So we're going to go into the battle here. Now, it's a 3-round affair. Some of the fight scenarios in the game are only 2 rounds that I've seen so far. That might get higher up. Now, I didn't explain one of the main power aspects of your character, this like gauntlet that you wear on your hand, this big fist weapon. So on the bottom left, that's the button I'm hitting, that big blue one. And on the bottom right, those 2 triangle diamonds, if you will, those are the heroes, and those are your hero powers. Each time I use an ability, they're gaining power. So, and then at the top right of the screen, you'll see there's 4 little orange squares, if you will. They're not squares, they're hexagons. That means you have 4 actions. So I can push like 1, 2. Of course, you can go a little faster if you like. On this difficulty level, they're dying immediately, so they're going into their like death animation without just taking straight damage and doing combo attacks. So I suppose I should have taken you into a higher level battle, but nonetheless, you get the idea of the combat here. We go back and forth. You've got potions that you can use. Oh, I didn't even touch on the hero abilities, but yet it's simple. It's straightforward enough that when you're on the go, you're playing on a mobile device, right? This isn't a console game. This isn't a PC game. You collect your rewards. You get a little bit of gold. Right now, there's a gold bonus event occurring in the game related to a special event that's happening. Now, I've already maxed out this character, this hero, to level 3 star, so I get the other currency in its place. Now, you see this gift up here. I'm not going to run this. This is the only ad that I've seen in the game. You get free rewards every so often, gold or gems. So it's nice that you get the gem currency. Yeah, you watch a little 30-second ad. I'm not going to put that in here. right now, but that comes up, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something times a day. It's like 30 seconds or less. You don't have to watch it. It's obviously optional, but you do get gem currency, which I think is really awesome. So I'm going to click again on the home button. Just going to show you a couple more things. I'm going to click on go to. Got the Shrine of Heroes here. Basically, you send your heroes on adventures. They come back in a set amount of time and gain experience points to level them up. You got the merchants, which I think is really straightforward. Weaponry, armory, tailor, you know, monster cave and alchemy, guild shop. These are all places that you can spend the different currencies that you accumulate in the game. The monster cave, this is like daily. You get 1 torch per day, and then I think you can win them from other things. That's the currency you need to start this battle. And there's a shop, of course, and then you go in and it's like a little more difficult monster that you're going to fight. Well, let's do that. Let's give him a go. Let's take a look here. Necros the Cursed. He's all undead monsters. So I've got a level 16 undead weapon. As you can see on the top right, that little indicator that's in the green, I think that's telling you the likelihood of your ability to beat the encounter. That doesn't mean I'm not going to change out my heroes to my most powerful, undead, effective heroes. We're going to spend one of our torches and we're going to head into the fight. Now, there's going to be, I think, 3 rounds against this guy. We're going to have to use basically all of our abilities to beat him. He's only 2 levels below us. That's no guarantee that we're going to win. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use my main gauntlet ability. Okay, they're going down pretty good. So I got that guy. We're obviously going to finish off the little guy. So then the enemy gets a turn. So it's turn-based combat. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you can see, the gauntlet is charged and each of my heroes is available. The gauntlet is the hero's special ability. So you can choose which hero you're going to use. So at the top, I've got the burn ability from this hero and I've got the regular banish here. I'm going to pick the top hero to come in and do his attack. I'm going to slick up that blade. I think the graphics are great for a mobile game. Good. So then we're going to use the other hero here on the bottom left. It's going to heal me. I guess I don't think we needed a heal, but I'll take it. And then this one here, Delphinia, is going to give a little bit of an attack. So then we're going to use our last action on a gauntlet strike and carry forward in the battle. This is still the first round, but as you can see, we have not lost very much of our shield, which is the blue bar at the top, nor have we lost any of our health. Now I think we've just about we have gotten the monster's shield down to 0, so these next 4 attacks should be rather effective. Yeah, they're going to do a good amount of damage. We've charged up our gauntlet again. I'm going to use the bottom character's ability now. I pushed it again. There we go. Come on here, Delphini. Let's give us a strong banish attack. Let's see what we get out of that. Very nice. Very nice. Good. So we've got him down in round 1. So we've got 2 rounds to go. Very good. Now, just basically, these guys step to the front row. So you usually have to attack these minions, if you will, first, or the sort of the guard monsters, or whatever you want to call them, to give them the first shots. But we're going to get the magic effects up again here. We're going to use the stake shot. Good. That's going to take him out nicely. We're going to give a heal. We want to keep using our heal on cooldown every time it's available so that we keep our character fully healed. Obviously, it makes sense. But, you know, to some people that are watching this video may not have checked out this genre of game. It's a good introductory game into the RPG world. I do come from a World of Warcraft background. Played that for a little over a decade. Enjoyed it very much. I played a warrior and a restoration shaman. So this game harkens back to those good old days, but something that I can carry in my pocket. Beautifully designed. The sound in this game, the sound design is really nice. I think the background music, the sound of the crackling fire, even some of the sort of like little more subtle combat battle sounds here, I really enjoy it. So we're continuing on our attacks here. Now, see that we're taking some good hits here. We may not beat this guy. We're going to use our heal, of course, and then we're going to use this other special hero ability, and then we're going to go for our gauntlet and a gauntlet attack. Yeah, one more. Now, which one hit for the hardest? I should know this by now. I'm going to just pick the burn on the top again and see where that will lead us. Good. Good. Now keep attacking. Once we get the shield down, it's always our best chance to do some real damage. Now, I could use some potions here And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop a strength potion before it gets too late here to see if we can really give it a good go here to try to make it through round 3. I'd like to get a victory here. This is going to be in the video, edited. I think not. Win or lose, this is what you get. This is how the game goes. And like any RPG, you know, if you don't win the battle, what you do is you go back, you keep fighting, and you keep building up your strength. There's more things in the game. If you disenchant armor, you can get little charms that you put into your gear to give it different strengths and boosts. Of course, there's ideal setups that you can pick for your character, you know, your heroes and your character. There's different armor types that you can use in different situations. Right now, I'm using a magical defense armor, but you could also have, you know, light armor, heavy armor, ranged armor. So you know if you're going up a certain boss or some kind of particular encounter that you're working to get past, every little bit helps. There's strategy that goes into even the simplest game up front, and I think that's the thing about this that I like, is I can see moving forward, you know, having multiple sets of gear and having a lot of different of a connection to this character as I get more customization options. Now, ooh, I don't know, let's see, I'm gonna get that shield up a little bit. Just a lesser potion didn't really do much, but I think it's a good strategy if you're in round 3 and you've still got good health to try to use what you've got. I don't know if we can get through this, but we're going to give it everything we've got. Just in time for another gauntlet strike here. Let's go. I want to get this guy down and get the max reward. Okay, we'll use that Delphinia for any remaining strikes that we get. Oh, I don't want to get hit again, but it's going to happen. Get that heal up in there. Hope for the best. No, I think they're gonna take us out this round. So even though, you know, my weapon, I guess, is a little bit lower level, I should have leveled that up a little bit prior to this encounter. The level of my potions is lower than the content that we're doing, but I'm just using up kind of the ones that I got in the early zones, you know. Come on, let's go. Get this guy down. Oh, I didn't even think I'd have this extra round. He's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me, and then here comes his friend. Oh. However, it's just, and as you can see, we've completed a daily task. So I'll touch on that. It's a great, so there you go. If we had won, but we still got credit for something in the game, you can get some gems. I'm not gonna buy that, but so then I'm gonna click here on the left hand side with a little red number 1. It says daily and a little picture of a calendar. Each day I'm going to get these new rewards. It says just above the gem, refreshes in 21 hours. So that was basically, what did we do? Well, I don't know. We did something. We killed 10 enemies. So we get that. We get another torch to go back and fight another day. There's a lot more to this game. There's a special event going on right now. There's bonuses. I just wanted to give you like a little introduction. I've showed you a lot, but I do enjoy it. It's just a great little side activity, a little bit of fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up on the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've ever played this game, if you give it a try, if you like it. I want to hear what you think. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.